Hello and welcome to Sovereign's Gaming channel. Today we're going to be playing a bit of Pathfinder Kingmaker. I've played maybe up until part 2 of the main questline previously in my own time. But this time I decided to do a little recording. I haven't done much, I've done a few videos with some friends and some co-op games. But I decided it might be a good idea to put this on as I enjoy the game quite a lot. And I've not done many videos before, so I thought, why not? Let's give it a go. So we're going to go and start off with the difficulty. I'm going to change a few things. I'm going to stick it on at normal mode, but we're going to have damage to party up to 1. Somewhat easier enemies. We're going to have normal enemies. Auto level up is off. We're going to have remove negative effects on rest. I think I'm going to put that on. Playing Baldur's Gate, playing Icewind Dale, bit of Neverwinter Nights, all of these games, they all remove the negative effects on rest. So we'll have that one in there. Party speed depends on the weight you're carrying. Now, playing this game before, I know that there's a massive problem with the weight system. It is actually terrible. Being able to move slowly and carrying a lot of stuff. There's a lot of items to pick up in this game, so we're not going to do that one. Show tutorial. No, I've played this enough. I don't think we need to see the tutorial. So we'll go on to the next part. We're going to create our own character. I have an idea of what kind of character I want to make, which is you'll find out when you start to see it. We're going to have a female character. Going to go Isamar because we're going as a sorcerer. Like to have the +2 in 2 different stats, which is strong, very strong. We're going to change it to the red hair. There are other characters you can use. You can use elf or halfling. You can even use half elf to make this same character, but I just prefer the character also to have the darker skin, which fits with the template. Fits with the character portrait, sorry. And we'll move on to the next part, which is the class. We're going to go with sorcerer, and you'll see why in a second. So we're going to go for Emberkin, which gives you +2 to charisma and +2 to intelligence. Also lore, religion and knowledge are kind of +2, which is always helpful for the sorcerer class. Burning art spells not too good, and we're not going to be using it too much because we're going to be focusing on a certain spell school. But the stats are what we need right now. And in the bloodline, we're going to be going undead. The character that I'm building, I am loosely basing off of a monster called a Lich. So we're going to be role-playing towards that front. And in the stats, we're going to be going 18 in charisma, go to 14 in intelligence, 12 in dexterity. We'll put constitution up to 14 to get as much hit points as we can, and the rest of the points we'll go into wisdom. We got an extra point we can stick on. Stick on dexterity for a higher armor class when we level up later on. The 3 points we're going to put into lore, religion, knowledge, arcana, and persuasion. Persuasion is kind of the way that I like to play games. I like to be able to talk to people, get them out of the way. Or instead of having to fight everyone, we can just talk our way out of some situations. Next, we're going to look at spell focus, and we're going to be spell focusing on necromancy. It fits along with the style of character that I want to play and sort of the role-playing aspect I would like to throw in there. We'll do combat casting first. We can do the greater spell focus later on, which is again going to be in necromancy. At the start, there's not too many spells. You've got Grave Touch. You've got the 2 spells you can start off with, which aren't really damaging spells. You'll see in the next we have, so the necromancy spells that we do have are Ray of Enfeeblement and Ray of Sickening, which aren't very good at the beginning of the game, so we're going to go with Magic Missile. And we'll also go with... Chuck a Mage Armor in there just to have a little bit of extra AC. +4 Armor Bosun is always very good. We're going to go for...
This doesn't suit me. I won't take that.
We'll go for an aggressive one. Name the character Lich. And we'll put my birthday in. 12th of March. I was debating whether I'd go, because I always play good characters. I always like to be the hero of the story. But you can be lawfully evil, which is the good thing about the alignments in all of the Dungeons and Dragons type games, Pathfinder games. You're looking at Neverwinter Nights, Icewind Dale, all of the Dungeons and Dragons rule sets. And we'll go to next, that should be fine. And this basically shows everything that you've picked. Simple weapon proficiencies, energy resistances, which come from being undead. And later on, being undead will stop you from being damaged by anything less than a magical weapon, which is also massively helpful. And we're starting the game now. The loading screens tend to take a little bit of time sometimes too long for my liking, but the rest of the game is pretty decent. Oh, and the game is about to start.
Our story started at the mansion of an Aldori sword lord. Drawn by the promise of a most dangerous task and a commensurately huge reward, heroes of all stripes gathered here.
What I'm going to do in this playthrough is I will allow the characters to speak, and I will try not to speak over the top of them, and then we'll talk through the dialogue options, and we will decide as we're going along. I'm going to be playing a lawful evil character, so we're going to have a little bit of a difference in me. I've never played evil characters. I tend to, as I said, always play heroes. So we'll see how it goes.
Where are they? This is taking forever. They didn't even say what this was for, just that the Aldori were looking for heroes. Who are the Aldori anyway? Rich folk?
I love this character, Amiri. She's one of the characters I always bring with me, because she's sort of neutral in the aspect she can be in an evil party or she can be in a good party.
If you can't be patient, no one's keeping you here. Just go back to your mountains or whatever hole you crawled out of. The Aldori Swordlords run the premier school for the dueling arts. They're also the richest and most influential group in this part of Brevoy. Take that tone with them, and they'll teach you some manners pretty quickly.
Tartuccio, if anyone has played this game before, you'll know what happens with this man.
All right, you purple toad, just shut your trap. And if you can't, I'll help you.
Oh.
Hush! Quiet! They're coming.
I've never been a fan of the pathing in this game. The way it's just sort of stop, move, stop, move, stop, move.
Greetings, everyone. I am Sword Lord Jamandi Aldori, and this is Lord Mayor Yosef Salimius of Restov. Welcome to my mansion.
Thank you very much.
We thank you from the bottom of our hearts for responding to our call. You may be few, but that's unavoidable. We need only the best of the best for this task. And I see true heroes before me, strong and fearless, exactly what Restov needs.
Thank you, Lord Mayor. Now, to the point. South of here, just beyond Brevoy's border, lies a region known as the Stolen Lands. This is disputed territory, and while it's long been claimed by nearby states, it's never been truly taken. I won't bore you with the legal technicalities. Suffice to say that anyone with enough courage and power to seize the Stolen Lands and name themselves Baron or Baroness, claiming dominion, well, None of the neighboring states would be able to challenge it. Of course, Restov would be first to recognize the legitimacy of this new state, as well as the noble title of its founder.
I wonder if there's some deeper meaning to why she's doing it. Maybe she wants a puppet. I haven't gone that far into the game to find out if she's good or bad, but...
Unfortunately, one serious obstacle stands between you and this title. A gang of bandits holds sway in the Stolen Lands. Their chief, who they call the Stag Lord, considers himself the rightful owner of these lands, and no one has yet been able to challenge his power. Bring me his head, and you'll be able to return to the Stolen Lands as their legal ruler. Any questions?
I don't think we have any questions. I think we know pretty much what we want to do, so it's clear as day.
Excellent. You venture forth tomorrow. For now, you can take some time to get to know one another better. Or you can head straight to your guest rooms to get some rest. You'll find we've already prepared supplies for you there. And thank you again for agreeing to take part in this expedition. I wish you luck.
Thank you very much.
Again, with all my heart, for replying to this call. The flare in your eyes reveals your courage, the unshakable will that distinguishes true heroes. I look at you, O champions of Restov, and doubt not for a second that you'll be victorious. So venture forth toward your feet, go, and return in triumph.
Well, hopefully we do return in triumph, otherwise this will be a very short story.
My name's Lindsay. I'm a bard, though this is my first real adventure. So, shall we go teach this Stag Lord a lesson?
We sure will, just wait. We've plenty of great feats in store.
I have no doubt. Kind of related, I wanted to ask you something. How do you feel about this Tartuccio fellow? I think he's pretty obnoxious personally. He appointed himself head of the team, and he's just after the Baron's crown, or whatever it is Barons wear. Doesn't matter. I don't like him. I think you should be team leader. When I first saw you, I couldn't help but think, now here's a real hero. Someone who'll be praised in poems and songs. This is the person I'll write my book about.
I'm no hero, just a mercenary.
And what are you a mercenary for? Is it only riches? Or maybe you want glory, too? Don't you want your feats to be remembered and glorified for centuries? Just listen. You know what the trouble with most heroes' biographies is? They're always written years later, based on the tales of, best case, people who saw things from the outside. Worst case, someone heard about it from their brother, who heard it from their friend, who heard it from their cousin, and so on, adding a new batch of lies each time. Every time I read about a heroic journey, I think to myself, why didn't they just bring a bard with them to write it all down properly?
I've always asked myself the same thing, Lindsay.
And then I thought, I could be that bard. I just needed to find a suitable hero and volunteer to follow along on their glorious adventure. A great plan, huh? And here we are, with a heroic journey lying before us. Who's going to be the hero? Some dwarf who keeps muttering about how we'll all die? Or maybe that horrific scythe lady? Or, God's forbid, Tartuccio? No way.
Oh, well, I really don't like the character Tartuccio, so we're not going to pick. I have nothing against him. He already sounds obnoxious. What about Seer Barbarians? She looks pretty heroic. I think her name's Amiri. Not a bad plan. It's settled then. I'll accomplish the feats and you'll write them down.
Deal.
Sounds like I'm going to be a bit of a cocky character.
All right. I'm going to my room to write about tonight. See you in the morning.
See you in the morning. Alright, let's get started. You can't really talk to anyone in this part. This comes up with a few bit of dialogue options. A few speech bubbles. Jaethal, now she's one of my favourite characters to bring along. She's got a really good backstory. And she's also an undead character. So we'll be bringing her along with us. And again, infamous loading screens. I might cut these out in the final editing. What's going on?
The mansion's under attack. We need to help. Some villains broke in and started killing everyone. I barely made it. Hurry, we have to help the guards fight off the attackers or we'll all be cut down one by one.
Well, I can be the only villain in this place. But that scream sounds helpful. Let's head off in that direction.
Dispatch those fools!
Oh, Chuck. Magic missile him straight away. 3.5 seconds. It's a long time to wait. Didn't even kill him.
Out of my way!
Fantastic. And dead. Moving on. Pick up some items. Door was
Won't be
locked.
halted.
Head into this room over here. If you hold tab down when you're playing the game, it will illuminate every object you can interact with, whether it's a chest or a door, a trap, or it could be a secret room. It doesn't help to show you where secret rooms are. You have to detect them with the in-game stats, but if it does pop up and you don't notice, you'll be able to see it with a pink illumination. The chest will have a yellow illumination, and doors white. Secrets. Alright, let's head over towards Lindsay. They've got someone. We have to help. Look, they're running. Get them. And what shall I do with this one? My
Cut them to
course,
pieces!
acting is probably one of the lowest levels I have.
Run them through!
Come on, Lindsay. Do something. Oh, fantastic. Nice miss. Good Chuck there. Crossbolt at this one.
You're just in time.
Just explode
A bit
him.
longer
That's
and I'd
fantastic.
have been- Whew, I don't even want to think about it. Can you imagine what a terrible loss this would have been? But it's all right now. I'm safe, sound, and unscathed, ready to lead you to victory.
What exactly did you do?
Lady Jamandi's holding the line in the banquet hall. You know, the one where she had us gathered before. We need to make our way to her. And along the way, we'll try to save some of these dummies who are supposed to accompany us to the stolen lands.
Well, that's a nice way to speak about your fellow companions.
Speaking of dummies, take this ring. Quiet now, so that little fool doesn't hear us. She might try to steal it herself. It's magical. It'll protect you. You'll need it while you work to defend me.
Work to defend you? Why would I do that? I wish there was a choice to kill him straight from the get-go. I really don't like his character. Let's have a look, see what these gentlemen have on them. Pair of daggers, not that we can use it. But we can always sell it later on. And another 3 enemies. Let's pause it here.
Battles await!
See if we have anything.
And
We'll go
let's
into
see what's
Lindsay
called for.
and chuck up the Inspire Courage.
I'm losing my temper!
Oh, that's lovely of you. We'll chuck a magic missile at
don't
this gentleman
tolerate fools.
and a magic missile from this gentleman.
Can you make an epic pose? I need
And not
inspiration.
dead. So all 3 of
Let's
them
hear
will go
you
after the assassin.
cry!
Fire, fire, dead.
Leave this one to me.
Okay, let's stick another magic missile. Magic missile.
Heal me quickly!
Main character almost down. Move the main character over. Pick another massive magic missile at this one and
Serves
continue
you
to fire
right.
with them. And what we'll do, there we go. See what these guys have on them. 2 healing potions, we're going to be needing them since we
We
took
do
quite a
it
big
my
hit
way.
from the arrow. So let's have a look in the inventory system. We have a belt over here. I don't tend to put the scrolls in there because it seems to be a waste of space. We'll stick a couple of potions in here. And we'll go into the bag. We'll use a potion. Full health, and we'll move on. Throw a quick save in there. It's a shame there's no books in here. I tend to like collecting books. There's always a need for them. What do we have here? Hide armor and a heavy mace. We'll collect that.
Onwards.
Sell later. In this room we have a smeared half-orc. Some gold on the body. I always find it weird in these games that we just go rifling through corpses. If we kill them or not. It could have just been a random servant. Pick up the food and a book that's in there. Some more in here.
I
We'll
lead,
head off to
you
the next
follow.
area. So what do we have in here then? And it's Amiri.
It's the end for you rats!
So Amiri, we'll give you a hand.
Die!
Let's get them in there and we'll fire at the last guy. Lovely jubbly.
Oh, it's you. Stay up from under my feet or I'll strike you down.
Thank you.
Blood for Gorum!
Barbarians.
I think that's exactly how heroes should be.
What, stupid, sweaty, and always looking for something to gobble up or lop the head off of? Calistria, save me from such heroes.
He just doesn't like anyone who's got a better personality than him. I'm not going to collect any more daggers. They're only a 1 gold piece each. Oh, shut the door by accident. So how are we even seeing what's happening in here? These must be the leader of the bandits that are attacking, or the villains as they were once called. And that's a frost giant that doesn't mind killing his own people. Hopefully we're not going to have to fight that. Alright, let's
Don't
head
be
inside
halted.
here and see what bodies we have to search. Nice little bit of potion. The poor guards, they tried, but they failed. Seems like the way through has been
Head
blocked.
on!
So we'll head through here. Skill checks.
Applause,
So the tutorial's not
please.
going to be up, but what tends to happen when you have these dexterity checks, we'll have this fight first. When you tend to have the dexterity checks, just basically one of the characters in your group with the stat that has the highest will then go to attempt to use it. They will pass or they will fail. Sometimes when you fail you lose something, or sometimes when you actually fail you lose HP and you can die if you not have yourself filled up enough. We'll chuck a ice at him. Oh, that's great.
Just
one
die
died pretty
already.
quickly. Fire! There we go. Into the next room.
We
See
do
what we have
it
in
my
here.
way.
Anything else?
Ooh. An armory. Well, let's collect these boxes, see what we got in here. Nothing magical, just a few items that'll be worth some money. Let's have a look. We'll leave this. Oh, what's this?
What have we here? This chest is full of gold. I guess it's for the guards' salaries, all things considered. Well, those freeloaders don't seem to have been working too hard for it. Maybe we should pocket it instead.
I am evil, but I am lawful evil.
What? No, we're heroes, not thieves.
Who said we were stealing it? We'll just take the gold for safety so the assassins don't get it. And then we can heroically return it to Jamandi when this is all over.
No distractions. If you haven't forgotten, they're trying to kill
Finally,
us.
a voice of reason.
Do what you want. I don't care. It was just a suggestion. But there's a lot of money in that chest, and with all these bandits running around, it wouldn't be any better if they stole it.
Seems like he's trying to get us in a bit of trouble, young man.
Oh, familiar faces. I hope you're not so frightened as to swing at every shadow. It's me, Jathal. I don't recommend advancing down the hallway, assuming you value your life, of course. There were a few people with me, and you can see what happened to them.
Yes, I can see that there's a few bodies on the floor.
And just how did they all end up dead while you don't seem to have a scratch?
I'll answer but briefly and just once. Further scares and explanations will wait until we aren't being hunted by a group of assassins. Deal? All right. I'm undead. These traps are deadly to the living, but they're harmless to me.
Well, Jathal, it just so happens that I am undead as well.
What do you mean undead? Really? Like zombies or skeletons or...
As I said, further explanations will wait until later. All you need to know right now is that we're on the same side, and we have to fight off a small army of hired assassins. Let's get to it.
Let's have a look in here. So normally, I'm pretty sure the game wants you to run her straight through the traps, but we will try to discover the traps and get some XP from it. So let's go and undo the traps.
Applause,
There we
please.
go, and get a little bit of experience in there, a little 9 XP. It's better than nothing.
Applause,
Takes a little bit of time, but it's definitely worth doing.
Something out there.
Oh god, sometimes it doesn't work.
I wrote it like I saw it. Anything else?
No, that's fine, thank you, Lindsay. We have in here a chainmail and a 4-card. Or a 4-card. Might be saying that and butchering the word completely, but what can we do?
I lead, you follow.
You cannot stand against me.
Let's send Jathal in there. We can do a little. There's only 2 of them, 2 little bandits. Let's fire some arrows. It would help if, I don't know, someone hit them. We can keep missing until Jathal's dead, I guess.
This body holds no more.
Have a look to see if she's got any abilities. So because she's undead, you can actually use... Where is it? Let's see if she has it. Does she have it out? She might have it in spells. So inflicting wounds on an undead gives them HP, almost like healing. So if you used any of the spells that would heal, would actually do damage to Jathal. Right, we're coming up to the 30-minute mark, so we're going to put a cut in here and continue the tutorial and hopefully finish it in the next episode. If you enjoyed the episode, please leave a like. If you didn't enjoy the episode, please leave a comment and tell me what you didn't like about the episode and what I could do to change it up. If there's anything else you'd like to know, just comment and I'll answer any questions. Thank you.